session natin, no? Para mabalikan nyo. I post it sa isang YouTube channel, playlist, unlisted yon, so kayo lang makaka-access nun. Nasa Google Classroom naman yung link. Then ayun, nandun din yung, nandun din yung resources natin, yung drive natin, everything's there. I post everything, yung mga handout natin, yung problem set nyo for the next time, sa Google Classroom din. Sometimes, I give homeworks din, lang to see if you're really learning, no? Then, yun nga, pag may tinanong sa inyo, ayun nga, sana sumagot kayo, no? Huwag kayo mahiya, okay? Yun yung problema ko sa mga past 2 classes ko. Actually, third batch ko na kayo. Yun nga, medyo nahihiya silang magsalita or mag-type, no? Okay lang yun. At any point, minsan, papasulatan ko kayo ng solution, tapos papapicturean ko sa inyo para lang ma-compare natin and we learn from each other. Maging tama man yan or mali. Meron pa ba? Ayun. Then, lastly, ito. Most of the time, I'm going to switch between PowerPoint and yung whiteboard, no? Teka lang, ha? I'm just gonna fix something. Okay. Yan. Baliktad ba? Naintindihan ba yung nakasulat sa board? Yes or no? Okay, naintindihan
Yes.
na. Okay, sige. Yun lang. Sige, tara, let's start. Today, we're going to start with physics muna, no? Sige. Teka lang, ha? Let me open my slides. Okay, here we go. Sige. Teka lang. Ngayon, I'm going to present to you. Window. Eto na tayo. There we go. Ayan. Okay, nakikita naman yung screen. There we go. Ayan. Okay, sige. So, hello. Welcome sa first session natin. Today, we're going to start with physics, kinematics. Ito, I don't think you've encountered anything like this nung grade 8 kayo. So, be prepared na magulat kayo. Like, minsan, meron pa ng negative the velocity. Ganon, okay? We'll see more as we go on. Okay, sige, let's go. Teka. Sorry. Ayun, okay, game. So, one-dimensional kinematics muna tayo, no? Before we move on to two-dimensional kinematics, ayun, depending on how you perform today, tignan natin kung mag-set ako ng session for trigonometry lang. If not, pwede na tayo dumiretso, no? Kasi yun na naman yung kailangan for the next part of physics. Kasi ayaw nyo raw na math eh. Halata naman kung bakit. Sige, we'll just go with chem instead of math. Okay, game. So, before we start with the actual thing, so there are quantities muna. What is a quantity? It is a property of material or system that can be quantified by measurement. 2 types. Una, scalar, vector. Ano yung pinagkaiba? Scalar, only magnitude, no? Magnitude lang. Wala siyang direction. Example, distance, speed, time, mass, energy. Yung energy, di ba, joules. Yung mass, kilograms lang siya. Di naman siya, basta wala siyang kasamang direction, no? Time, temperature, di ba wala nang direction yan? Kumbaga, it's just that. Yan na agad. Vector has both magnitude and direction. What does that mean? We'll see more later, no? Ito, example. Mass just measures the amount of matter ng object. Kilograms yung unit niya. Yung weight is a vector kasi, di ba, it is the force due to gravity. It's a force due to gravity, which is always facing down. Ang unit niya, Newton, no? So, dahil doon, vector siya. Sige nga, let's see. Using that logic, no? Is this a scalar or vector? Really, what do you think? What do you think? Scalar or vector ang length?
Scalar.
Yes, tama. Scalar. Bakit?
Scalar.
Yes, tama. Scalar siya. Bakit? Kasi, ano siya eh? Kumbaga, ano na siya, haba lang siya, no? If you look at my pencil, what I'm holding, yun na naman siya. Ito lang yung length. Wala naman siyang specific direction, no? Di ko naman sinabing ang length nito ay 2 meters papunta doon sa left. Hindi naman ganyan yung sinabi ko. It's just simply 5 cm, ganon. Pag ganon, scalar yon. Next, area. Scalar vector. What do you think?
Scalar.
Yes. Yeah. Good job. Scalar din siya. Bakit? Kasi, di ba, it's just how big an object is. So, example, yung area nitong whiteboard ko, di lang naman siya, wala naman direction yan eh. Kung ano lang siya, face value, how big it is. That's just what it's saying. Etong work. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Skip. Actually, skip natin to kasi medyo mahirap to eh. Di ba alam naman natin na ang work ay force times distance. Pero by concept kasi, if you multiply a vector and a scalar, it will become a scalar, no? Actually, technical definition ng work is force cross product with the distance. Pero we won't do that naman, no? It's okay. Scalar yan. Temperature, scalar vector. What do you think? Scalar vector. Dali. What do you think?
Scalar?
Yes.
Hindi po.
Tama. Scalar. Sinabi ko na kanina yun eh. Kasi it's just how hot or how cold an object is. Yung direction is not significant for temperature. And lastly, ito. Friction. What do you think? Friction. Scalar vector. Okay. Sige, friction. We'll discuss this then soon sa next lessons natin sa physics. It's a vector. Bakit? Kasi, di ba, friction is always opposite where you go. Di ba? Opposite. It's always opposite towards the force you exert. Kaya, ano siya, vector siya, no? May predetermined direction na agad siya. That's why it's a vector. So, ngayon, let's talk about quantities in kinematics. No? Let's talk about quantities in kinematics. So, have you discussed these dati sa grade 9? Ay, grade 8 pala. Have you discussed this sa physics nyo? Hindi pa. Or sa IS pala. Like, are the terms familiar ba? Hindi.
Familiar naman.
Familiar medyo. Okay, that's good. Sige, let's try So, distance versus displacement. Distance is how far one has traveled. And displacement is distance with direction. Or in layman's terms, how far an object is from its starting point. Magkaiba to Magkaiba yung travel sa how far from starting point. Let's see, bakit ganon. Pero before that, halos lahat ng ginagawa natin sa physics can be put in a Cartesian plane. It's like graphing lang, okay? Para siyang ganon. The location of an object is called its position. And the reference point, always, most of the time, ikaw bahala, pero most of the time, it's always from the origin, no? Let's discuss more on that. Yung up and right is parang lang sa math, no? It's always positive, no? Positive siya parati. Kasi sa physics, pwede negative yung displacement, pwede negative yung velocity, pwede negative yung acceleration, no? Depende. Left is, and down is, negative siya. Okay? So, here's the difference between distance and displacement. Distance is all this whole thing, how far it traveled. The displacement is just how far you are from your starting point. You started from A, went to B, so ito yung displacement, no? So yeah, at times, distance and displacement can be equal, sometimes hindi rin. Sige, concept check. Sige nga, if I were to ask you, test ko lang sa inyo if you really got the concept. What is the distance traveled by this man? Take note, if you read the problem, he traveled the circular path OAB, CD, then he went back straight to O. Sige, what's the distance traveled by the man? What do you think?
13 meters.
Yes, good job. Tama yon. Kasi, it's simply the distance. Just add everything. 10 ito, then going back, it's 3. 13 meters. Good job. Ito. What is the displacement of the man? Same situation, pero what's the displacement of the man? Ayun niya. What do you think?
0.
Yes. Ayan, you get it. Good job. Okay. Galing. Good job. 0 siya. Kasi, went around, but went straight back. So, the same thing. Sige, good job. Ito naman. Sige, I'll demonstrate this. What is the distance traveled, no? This is how we use coordinate axis. Distance traveled is just simply common sense, no? Kasi, 10, 30 minus 10 is 20. Displacement of the man naman, delta x, you might have heard this, no? This is just simply x2 minus x1. Final minus initial, no? Final minus initial. Yun parati yung mga terms natin. Okay? So, if displacement, so, we get this 30 minus 10. Baliktad. I'm sorry. Let me repeat. Erase ko na itong ink, 10 final displacement minus initial displacement. 30. So, 10 minus 30 is negative 20 meters. Ayan. Yun yung pinagkaiba. See? Pag negative, it simply indicates that you are moving towards the left or moving downwards, no? Yan yung difference ng negative to positive. Ayan. So, that's how we use our coordinate axis and do distance and displacement calculations. Nakuha ba, guys? Gets naman?
Yes po.
Okay, sige. Let's go. Ito. Speed versus velocity. Speed is a scalar. It just simply says how fast you are moving. Yan lang siya. Gano'n lang kabilis. Pero kapag dinagdagan natin yan ng direction factor, average velocity, it will become displacement over time, no? Displacement. Yung isa distance covered over time, yung isa displacement over time. Gaano kang kabilis gumagalaw papuntang sa direction na yun? Okay, bakit naka-parenthesis yung average? No? Bakit naka-parenthesis yung average? Kasi most of the time sa physics, yung mga kinakalculate natin ay average na agad, no? Kaya ako pinaparenthesis kasi sa mga problems, pag sinabi natin average, most of the time you don't specify na, calculate the average speed. No, most of the time you don't say that na. Basta, ayan, average speed is total distance over total time. Average velocity is total displacement over total time. Sorry, napiyak ako. Yan. Or in other words, using yung definition natin kanina, yung mga delta is just the final position or displacement minus initial displacement over change in time, T2 minus T1. Yun lang siya. Ito, simple figural representation, speed is how fast you are traveling. And velocity is just a level up, diba? Speed in a given direction. Sige, let me see if you get the concept. So tell me, what is the runner's velocity based on this one? Sige, try natin. Take a picture, tas send nyo sa GC once you're done. Okay? Sige, let's go. Sige, I'll give you, ito pala yung isa kong feature, no? I give time pressure. Bakit? Kasi pag binigyan kayo ng ganitong item sa exam or sa quiz, na-expect na dapat gantong kabilis lang sasagutin. So, I'm gonna give you a minute. Let's see. Send ko lang sa GC natin, no? Okay. Take a picture, tapos send sa GC. Thank you. Oh, by the way, di pa nasabi sa inyo, I'm graduating with highest honors sa graduation. Just a little bit
No.
to my um, stats. I'm graduating as highest honors, tapos Excellence in Mathematics Award. Yun. Tapos napili rin ako as TOST Model Scholar. Okay, sige. Yan. Sige, 1 minute's up. Sige nga. Can you send your solution sa group chat natin? Let's go. Sige. Hello, hello? Wala ba ako? Wait, let's see. Hindi naman. Oh, guys, ano? Sige. Okay. Sige, medyo mahirap pala. Sige. I'll discuss na lang. Ang ingay. Itong may gumagawa kasi sa amin eh. Sige, let's discuss, no? x2 minus x1. Oh, ito pala. Sorry. Sige, let me see before I discuss. Let's see lang, ha? Yung solutions, don't worry, doesn't have to be that, doesn't have to be that detailed, no? Wala lang, I just want to have an idea of what you're doing. No, it's okay, kahit pangit yung sulat or hindi masyadong maganda yung solution, no? It's okay. Ayun, you did great. Yun, sige, good job. I won't show na lang yung solution for now kasi lahat naman kayo pare-pareho. So, just do this, straightforward, di ba? Then we get negative 6.5 meters per second. Good job. Okay, sige, let's see. How far can a cyclist travel? O sige nga, if you get the concept, how far can a cyclist travel in 2.5 hours along a straight road if her average velocity is 18 kilometers per hour? Take note yung tanong ko, ha? How far lang? How far? How far can a cyclist travel in 2.5 hours along a straight road if her velocity is 18 kilometers per hour? Kahit answer lang, kahit voice chat lang, it's fine. You don't need to send the answer na sa group chat. Uh, 30 seconds lang to. Okay guys, sige. Meron bang may answer? Tara.
$45.
Yes. Tama, 45 kilometers. Good job. Kasi, yan. Yan lang. I'm sure you've heard this kind of problem before. Di ba? Meron yung triangle na yung sa grade school tinuturo. Distance, RT, DRT triangle. Yun lang yan. Kasi, yan lang siya. Straightforward. Di ba? Multiply the velocity and time to get the distance traveled. 45 kilometers. Acceleration. Acceleration is a vector and it measures how fast the velocity of an object is changing. It is known as the change in velocity over time. Unit is kilogram meters per... this one is wrong. I'll change it now. Ang unit niya is meters per second squared. How do we write that? Teka lang ha. Yan. Meters per second squared siya. Okay? The average acceleration can be obtained by using the same format of formula kanina. Final velocity minus initial velocity over change in time, t2 minus t1. Sige. Sige nga, let me try this out. Your choice, kahit voice chat or type the answer in the group chat, no? What is the magnitude? Magnitude, okay? Magnitude of its average acceleration. Sige, go. Pag magnitude, we disregard yung signs, no? Yun pala yung isa pa. Pag magnitude, always positive yan. Pag magnitude, yung tinanong sa inyo, just give the, as in the number lang, no? You don't have to take into account the signs. Sige, let's go. Make your units, answer this in terms of meters per second squared. Yun pala. Answer in terms of meters per second squared. Let me, lapit ko nga yung mic sa akin. Sigaw lang. If you're, I'll take a bathroom break ka. Pero if you're done, go, send lang the answer sa group chat. Ayun. Okay, sige. No solution, only the answer. Thank you. Wait lang ha. Okay, sige. Does anyone have an answer? Yeah. Okay. Sige, I'll discuss muna for now. Baka medyo mahirap din. Sige. I'm sorry pala, no? Kasi ibang batch kayo eh. So, syempre, iba kasi yung pagturo ko sa previous batch nyo eh. Okay, sige. Kaya I'm trying. Nangangapa pa ako. Sige, let's see. So yan, using our formula, average acceleration is just the change in velocity over change in time. So, performing the operation, kaya lang there's one thing na we should be aware of. Units, okay? The units are not the same, di ba? Napansin nyo? Na-discuss nyo na ba yung dimensional analysis ng IS nyo? Like, marunong naman kayo to convert from kilometers per hour to meters per second, ganun. Have you discussed that before na?
Na-discuss na po.
Okay, sige. Wait. Ayan, okay, sige. That's good. Okay, so sige, let's try this here. Look at the whiteboard na lang for now. Just go back to the PowerPoint if you need the given. So sabi natin, accelerates from rest. Ano ibig sabihin ng rest? Accelerates from rest to 75 kilometers per hour. Pasensya na guys, ha? Accelerates from rest to 75 kilometers per hour in 5 seconds, di ba? In 5 seconds. Sige, how do we do that, no? V2 minus V1 is equal to (75 kilometers per hour) minus 0 over delta t, 5 seconds. Diba? And that is equal to 75 times 75 kilometers over hour times diretsuhin ko na, 1 hour, there is 3,600 seconds in 1 hour times 1,000 meters over 1 kilometer over 5 seconds. Diba? Simplifying that, we get 14 simplifying, we get 4.17 meters per second squared. Katulad doon nandyan sa PowerPoint. Nakuha ba guys? Nakuha ba? Before we continue? Gets naman?
Opo.
Okay, sige.
Yes.
Kaya mahiya, don't, pag meron kayong di naintindihan, or pag mabilis ako, don't hesitate to cut me out. Okay lang yun. Sige, let's go. Okay, acceleration and deceleration, di ba? Most of the time, ang denotion kasi natin, kapag negative, ang acceleration, or kaya pag nagsuslow down ng isang bagay, negative agad yung, pag negative the acceleration, ang notion is, bumabagal yung object. No, hindi. In fact, it depends on the direction of velocity and acceleration, no? So like, if velocity and acceleration are in the same direction, example, katulad dito, then the object must be speeding up, di ba? Kumbaga, kumbaga dito, negative yung velocity, negative yung acceleration. Pero, bumibilis pa rin yung object. Towards the left nga lang, no? Towards the left nga lang siya. Kaya lang, same thing. Yung acceleration naman, pag naman positive pareho, yung acceleration tsaka velocity, bumibilis siya towards the right. Paano pag magkaiba, no? To the left yung acceleration, to the right yung velocity. So, alam nating bumabagal siya. Okay? Negative yung acceleration, positive yung velocity, decelerating pa rin yun. Same with this one. Positive yung acceleration, pero di naman siya bumibilis, di ba? Sige nga, let's see. Test ko ulit kayo. Ito naman, try this out. I'll give you 2 minutes, no? I'll give you 2 minutes. Type your answer sa group chat. Type lang, no? Okay. Sige, let's go. If may tanong kayo, tanong lang kayo sa group chat or you can PM me also, no? You can PM me also. Yan. Pag gina-heart tracks ko, ibig sabihin tama yon. Good job. Sige. Okay, sige. Sige, okay na muna yan. Kasi marami pa tayong di-discuss today. Let's go. Negative 2 meters per second squared. Kasi, V2 minus V1 is 5 minus 15 over 5 minus 1. Negative 10. This one is 0. Mali ako ng sulat, no? Negative 10 over 5 is equal to negative 2. Good job. Ito rin, just a picture showing what I showed you kanina. See, at V1, kapag opposite yung acceleration, kahit positive siya, ayan, bumabagal siya until it stops, no? Same din dito, no? Same din dyan. Ito, graphical analysis, no? Graphical analysis. So, important sa kinematics and sa physics is to look at graphs, no? Ito parati yung isa sa mga overlooked skills. Pero important to because it tests how well you grasp the concepts given to you. So, katulad sa math nyo, dati, discuss naman na ang slope is just, slope is just the y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Change, di ba? Change in y over change in x. But actually, that's very important in determining the trend of your velocity and acceleration in the graph, no? Sige, we'll see soon. Pero ito, just remember these two. It's just the same, no? It's just the same as how you do your math, no? So bakit? Ba't siya important? Sige, let's analyze the motion of various objects using graphs, no? May tatlong klaseng graph tayo most of the time. Distance, time, or xt graph, speed time graph, or vt graph, acceleration time, or at graph, no? At graph. Sige, what does the slope tell us? Sige, if you see the slope here, slope 0, no? Slope ay 0, di ba? So, you're sure na, di ba, if you take the time at each one, it's always at this position, di ba? So, you're sure na hindi gumagalaw yung object. And therefore, it follows na acceleration is 0. Kumbaga, if you look at it at slope form, di ba, x2 minus x1 over t is 0 na to. So, yon, ang velocity niyan ay 0 na. Di ba? Kuha yon? Sige. Paano kung constant speed or uniform speed? So, if like that, you expect your distance time graph or displacement time graph to be linear, no? Kasi linear, pag linear yung graph mo, ibig sabihin pare-pareho yung slope niyan at every point, di ba? Then, dahil pare-pareho yung slope at each point or each time, then alam nating dapat at any time, ganun yung speed niya, di ba? Kaya straight line lang na horizontal. And therefore, when that happens, hindi siya nag-accelerate kasi pareho lang yung speed niya at all times, di ba? Acceleration equals 0. Paano kung nag-accelerate siya uniformly? You expect your distance time graph to be parabolic when I say parabolic, you've discussed quadratic equations na siguro, ganun yung shape niya, yung curve niya, parabolic, no? Bawal siyang steeper than how a parabolic function would look like. No? Then, kapag kasi parabolic, yung distance time graph mo, alam mong constantly increasing yung speed mo. And that gives you a constant value for acceleration. Diba? Then, kapag iba na yung trend, well, it depends na, no? It depends na. Non-uniform acceleration, you expect your distance and your velocity time graphs to be of different shapes na kakaiba, no? We won't focus on that. Sige, I have for you. I have a few questions for you, no? Okay, wait lang may gagawin lang ako. Dito kayo magsasagot para hindi kayo mahiya, no? Okay, sige, let's see. Wait lang, give me 1 minute to set this up. This one is a new method I discovered then for doing my tutorials, no? Kasi most students nahihiya sila. So, instead, I'm letting them type into here. Wait lang Just give me a minute. New presentation. G9-07-2020. Create presentation. Q&A. Sige, let's go. Wait lang Go to www.menti.com. The code is 846174. Sige, go. May link sa group chat, no? Use that link. Then tayo magsasagot. Okay na? Lahat ba naka-enter na diyan? Okay na? Is everyone set up na? Okay, sige. Let's go, how do you answer? Di ba, meron dyan, ask me a question. Yung, pinutin mo yon. Then, type mo yung sagot mo doon. Then, makikita ko na yung sagot nyo. Okay, sige, let's go, I'm going to ask you the following questions. Okay, for letter A, what is the acceleration of the object in letter A? In graph letter A. What's the acceleration of the object? Type nyo yung answer nyo dyan sa Menti. What's the acceleration of the object in graph letter A? Okay, sige. Constant, pwede. Pero, sabi ko acceleration. Ang tanong ko, is there acceleration or not? No. Is the object accelerating or no? Yun. Tama. Sino may nagsagot o zero? Tama yon. Good job. Zero siya. Bakit? Naalala niyo yung diniscuss natin kanina? Kapag ganyan yung graph natin, constant yung speed. Therefore, hindi nag-accelerate yung object. Okay, sige. Next. Sa letter F, look at letter F. Look at letter F. Um, is the velocity positive, negative, or zero? What do you think? Letter F. Type your answer lang. Sige. Yan, tama. Yan, zero. Okay, sige, that's good. Okay, next kong tanong sa inyo. Look at graph letter D. Is the object speeding up or slowing down? Is the object speeding up or slowing down? Letter D. Letter D as in dog pala yan, ha? Based from that, is the object speeding up or slowing down? Okay, sige, let's discuss, ha? Slowing down, hindi siya slowing down. 'Di ba? Sabi natin, hindi hindi porket hindi porket hindi porket hindi porket negative yung velocity natin, um, hindi porket negative yung velocity natin, slowing down na siya, 'di ba? Kasi ano ba yung niyan? Ano ba yung graph niyan? Sige, let's see, ah. Ano ba yung graph niyan sa velocity? It's just negative, going more negative, 'di ba? Tama, 'di ba? Tsaka one more thing, 'di ba? Paano yung pataas na pataas yung slope ng displacement, 'di ba? So we're sure na mas mabilis umaakyat yung velocity niya. Or in short, nag-accelerate siya towards the left nga lang, 'di ba? Towards the left nga lang. Okay? Nakukuha ba, guys? Gets ba yung analysis natin? Yes or no? Nakukuha ba? Ano, guys? Gets ba?
Gets po.
Okay. Sige. Ayun. Sige, let's see, ha? Ano pa kaya? For letter for letter E, ha? O sige, for letter C na lang. Is the acceleration positive, negative? Hindi. Negative siya. Bakit, guys? Bakit? Okay, unang-una, saan papunta yung object, no? Saan papunta yung object? It's going towards the left, di ba? Kasi pababa ng pababa yung displacement niya. Naging negative yung displacement niya. That's one thing. It's going to the left. Next, bumibilis siya, di ba? It's speeding up. Parang ito lang siya, no? It's speeding up din. Di ba? Pero it's speeding up towards the left. So therefore, the velocity and the acceleration must be negative also. Pareho dapat sila. Okay? Sige, that's the last word here. Ito naman, velocity and time graph, no? Velocity and time graph. Sige, what is the value of the acceleration dito sa C? What is the value of acceleration sa letter C? Ulit ko lang. What is the velocity at letter C? What is the acceleration of letter C? What's the value of acceleration in letter C? Ayan, 0. Sige. Yan, 0. Yes, that's correct. Sige. How about at ano? How about letter Wait lang. How about letter B? Is the object what is the sign of the acceleration being experienced by letter B? Ano yung sign na acceleration sa letter B? Yan. Sige, go. I'll wait for a little bit more. Okay, sige. Tama. Negative. Very good. Tama, negative dapat. Okay, sige. That's all for now. Instantaneous acceleration. Sige. Okay na muna tayo sa menti, no? Mamaya na ulit. Exit yun na lang if you want. Pero let's go back to the PowerPoint na, no? Instantaneous acceleration and velocity. Yung concept kasi nito is for calculus pa, masyadong advanced. Pero kasi, the instantaneous velocity is the slope at that particular time, no? Slope of the example, yung instantaneous acceleration is the velocity, is the slope of the velocity time graph at a time t, no? Yun, parang ganon. Slope of the tangent line, bale. It's okay, we won't answer this naman. We won't need this. Pero, example, if you look at this, instantaneous velocity nito is just 4 meters per second. No? It's just correspondence between correspondence between graph, no? Parang naghahanap ka na ng value. Okay, sige. Ito muna. Number 1, let's see if you get the concept, ha? Find the average acceleration for the whole trip. For the whole trip, ha? Based on this graph. Okay, sige, let's see nga. Average acceleration. Type your answer sa group chat na lang. Sige, let's see. Okay, sige. Negative 8 over 9. 0.8. Okay, wait lang ah. Let's see. Sige, how do we do this? Drawing ako sa board. Okay, one thing. Sandra, I'm gonna tell you as early as now ah. Sa physics, bawal yan. Parating decimal, no? We don't accept fractions most of the time. And I think if you've discussed IS nyo, yeah, remember rules on significant figures, no? Yun, remember that na, no? Sa physics, as much as possible, ayaw natin ng radical, ayaw natin ng naka-fraction. You always want it to be in decimal. Eksakto na agad, no? Sige, let's see, Kim, let's discuss this. Just look at the whiteboard for now. I'll just draw the graph, no? Two, 6. Tapos dito, 7, 10, 8. Okay, sige, game, man. Average acceleration is just the slope of this to this, no? Diba? This one is 10, negative 8. Ito ay 0, 0. So, sige. Ay, for the whole trip, guys, for the whole trip. So, dapat, VF is negative 8 minus VI, which is 0, over 10. Negative 0.8 meters per second squared. Pero sige nga guys, I'm interested. Bakit negative 8 over 9 yung sagot niya pala? May I ask? Bakit naging negative 8 over 9 yung sagot niya? Guys, bakit negative 8 over 9 yung sagot nyo? Kanina. I just want to know. Baka kasi may misconception tayo, no? Sige nga. Sige, bakit negative 0.89, no? I just wanna know. Ay, sorry. Wait. Ayaw nga. Sorry. O, see? Kaya important, yan, mali ako. Yan. Sige, pag mayroon akong mali, kulang, tell me. O, diba? Di ko napansin yun. Oo. Yan. Negative 8 over 9 nga pala. Sorry. Mali ako. O, tama pala kayo. Sorry. Tama yung sinabi niyo. Okay, next. Ang tanong dyan, di ba? Find the displacement. How do we find the displacement? From this, no? VT ito. Sorry guys, mali ako. VT, di ba? Okay, ano ulit ginagawa natin? Di ba? Velocity times time equals the displacement, right? Equals displacement. So, here, we just get the area under the curve, no? Area under the curve. Paano yan? Oh, use the usual. Kaya lang kapag negative yung area, ay kapag nasa ilalim, and we're looking for displacement, negative yung area, no? Negative yung area. Okay? Remember that. So, sige, I want you to find the total displacement ng tao na yan sa journey na to. Sige nga, I'll give you 1 minute. Game, dali lang yan. O sige guys, what's the total displacement of the object? Okay, sige. Let me discuss na kasi mas important yung next part, no? So, total displacement of the object is just the area of this figure, no? Let's look at the whiteboard na lang for now. Di ba, trapezoid, B1 plus B2 times height divided by 2. So, 11 times 8 divided by 2, no? So, that is 44. Minus 2 times 8 over 2. Kasi, triangle ito. 2 times 8 divided by 2. So, that is equal to 8. So, 44 minus 8 equals 36 meters. Okay, sige. And let's move on to the main topic for today, kinematic equations. Sige, let's see, ha? Okay. Motion at constant acceleration. Take note, itong lahat ng mga formula na to is just valid when the motion is constant acceleration, no? Kumbaga sinabi sa problem, constant acceleration siya. Okay? Ano yung mga equations na to? Vf equals Vi plus AT, xf equals xi plus VIT plus 1 half AT squared, Vf squared equals Vi squared plus 2AD, and lastly, x equals Vt, average velocity times time. Most of the time, di na to ginagamit, di naman to tinatanong, no? Pero just, so you know, average velocity when it's constant acceleration, initial plus final velocity over 2. Okay, what's next? Vf equals Vi plus AT. Final velocity equals initial velocity plus acceleration times time. Final displacement or position equals initial position plus Vi, initial velocity times time plus 1 half AT squared. Final velocity squared equals initial velocity squared plus 2AD. Okay? Before we continue, I want you to copy all of that or screenshot or picture. Go. I'm gonna give you 10 seconds. Sige, go. Kasi important to sa today hanggang sa next physics meeting natin. Sige, go, go, go. Okay, sige, let's proceed. So how do we solve problems involving kinematic equations? Write the given, number 1. Number 2, decide which equation to use. Number 3, solve the problem. Okay, so ito, sa mga problem na to, you know, there's not only one solution. Minsan marami, no? It depends on the person doing it. Okay, you'll see how. Just refer back to the item if you need the given, no? I'm going to switch to the whiteboard na. Okay, game. How long does it take a car to cross a 30-meter wide intersection? Displacement or distance equals 30 meters if the car accelerates from rest. Initial velocity equals 0. Constant acceleration, 3.0 meters per second squared. What are we looking for? Time, no? So let's list down our kinematic equations. Vf equals Vi plus AT. Final position equals initial position plus VIT plus 1 half AT squared. Vf squared equals Vi squared plus 2AD. So how do I decide which is which? Ako, I look at everything that's available to me. Then what I'm looking for? I'm looking for time, di ba? Pero I have yung displacement or final position, pwede rin. Your choice. As xi equals 0. Meron na ako nito. I can perfectly use this, di ba? Pwede to, kaya lang mahirap. Pwede to, pwede rin. Ito, kasi walang time dito. So, I don't use this. Di ba? Okay. Let's use this. xf, 30 equals 0 plus vi times time 0 kasi 0 yung initial plus 1 half at squared. A is 3. T squared. Di ba? Then, solving for t, we get, diba, t squared equals to 60 over 3 equals 20. T equals to 2 square root of 5. Pasensya na guys, mali pala ako ng given. Ang acceleration natin is 2. Hindi 3. Sorry. 2 pala dapat to. 2. Anyway, it doesn't change. 2. T squared equals 30. If you take the square root, it is equal to 5.48 seconds, no? 5.48 seconds. 3 sig figs kasi tatlo yung nasa given. Tatlo lang yung nasa given. Before I continue, nagets ba? Gets naman yung analysis behind it? Na guys, gets ba?
Gets po.
Okay, sige. Let's see. Okay, ano yung sinasabi kong kayo bahala actually kung anong gusto nyong gawin? What do I mean by that? Sige. Oh. Look at this ha. Look at this. Sige, oh. Example, hindi yan yung pinili ko. Nakakatamad kasi ang haba ng equation, di ba? Ito na lang. Oh, okay lang yan. See? Bakit? VF squared equals VI squared 0 plus 2AD. 2 times 30. Kasi 0 to di ba? So, we can have an answer from here. VF equals square root of 120. Anong pwede kong gawin dyan? Pwede ko substitute dito. Di ba? Pwede ko substitute dito. So, VF equals VI plus 80. Then, by solving for t, VF minus VI over A. So, substitute ko lang lahat to. Diba? We'll get square root of 120 minus 0 over 2 is equal to 5.48 seconds. See, pareho lang. What am I telling you? Na it depends on you on how you want to attack the problem, no? As long as you know what you're doing and you can be successful, you can successfully get the answer, no? Walang isang method sa physics. There are lots of methods available, barate, for you. Okay? Yon. Sige. Game. I'm gonna let you try this. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes for this. 5 or 10 minutes for this. Sige, go. Yon. Yun na, if may tanong kayo or if you're lost or may problema kayo, feel free to PM me right now or just use the group chat or you can use the voice chat, no? It's fine. Pwede rin kayo magtulungan, no? No problem. You can help each other to answer. Yung pala nakalimutan ko sabihin, no? Pwede rin kayo magtulungan, ha? No issue with me. Pwede kayo tumingin ng notes. It's okay, ha? No problem with that. Sorry. Kumusta guys? Okay naman? Sige. Kumusta na guys? Okay naman? Hmm. Sige, let's see ah. Ano yung acceleration muna? Sige nga. I want to see how you did it. Okay lang ba? If you have your solution, paki-picturean and send sa GC if it's okay. Thank you. Pero ang tamang sagot is 102. Good job, Armea. Pero I want to see how everyone did it. Sige nga, paki-send yung solution nyo sa GC. Let's examine each one, no? Kahit ano lang. It's okay. Kahit rough work lang. It's fine. No problem. Let's see. Pakisend na lang whatever you have sa group chat natin. Thank you. Ayan, sige. We're looking at the solution ni sige. Ano pa ba? How about yung kay Sandra? Yung kay Maya? Sige nga, I want to see. Whatever you have. It's okay. Let's see, ah. Pero, sige, I'll try din ulit, no? Okay. I like your technique, Sandra, na you write everything in fractions muna, no? Nothing wrong with that. That's good. Sige. Yun nga lang, ingat nga lang, no? Make sure na your final answer is in decimal. Pero I like that. Nung grade 9 ako, ganyan ako. I write everything in fractions din para sakto yung magiging sagot. Pero sige, I'll try muna, ha? 7/6 VF squared. Di ba? Kaya lang, ha? VF squared equals 14 squared. Okay, sige, wait. 21 minus 14 divided by 6. 21 squared minus 14 squared over answer. 21 squared minus 14 squared over 7/6 times 2. Okay, sige. Meron akong important sa inyo. Yes, tama iyan. Oh, see? Oh, look. Tama si very good. I didn't even think about using this. Oh, look at the solutions, ha? Look at the solutions, no? Kaya ako nagpapasend. See, this is a really good one. I like this. Ano ginawa niya? Acceleration, di ba? You have an acceleration there. Then, actually, tama nga naman, no? X equals average velocity times time. And it works. See? That's one option. Next. Ito, yung mahabang method. There's nothing wrong naman, no? Pero ito, I'm going to teach you something now, okay? Important. By the way, anong modelo ng calcu nyo, guys? Anong modelo ng calcu nyo? Can you take a picture? Can you take a picture ng calcu nyo? I'll take the opportunity to ask you na rin. Just wanna see. No? I just wanna see. Or wala kayong calcu. If wala, it's fine naman. Pero I just wanna see na, ano yung calcu nyo? Or like, if you know the model, can you tell me about it? Type na lang sa group chat na. Sige, before we move on. Oh, okay. Sige. Wala. Sige, no problem. Yung iba, I just wanna see. Kasi, may tuturo technique sa calcu. Baka kasi, hindi pwede. If not, kasi wag na lang. Sige, go. Yung iba. I wanna see your calculator. Dali. A bit faster naman. Okay, sige. How about si Armea? Dali. May mana silang. It's fine, no problem. Dali, si Armea na lang. Okay, sige. Dali, sige. Armia, send mo na lang yung calculator. Pero kasi ito, okay. Ito kasi yung calcu. You will be lent this calcu next year, no? You will be lent this calculator next year. So, walang problema. Pero, ito, I'm gonna tell you now, kasi wala kayo nitong calcu na to eh. Look at this. This is a very powerful tool kasi. Ang tawag dito ay Casio FX991EX. This is one of the best calculators available ngayon. Bakit? Kasi ang dami yung functions na pwede nyo magamit. Okay. Ito, dahil bukas magsa-statistics tayo, I want you to install this in your laptop or computer. If okay lang naman, if okay lang naman. Nasa Google Classroom yon. Install the calculator utility, no? Kasi kailangan nyo masanay using this. And I'll be using this most of the time. Okay, I'll teach you a technique. Sa physics, ayaw nating nag-round off agad. Okay? Ayaw nating nag-round off agad. What do I mean? Ayaw nating, di ba, 1.16 ang acceleration. Ayaw nating gawing 1.2 meters per second squared agad yon. Ano gagawin ko? Okay, 21, di ba, VF equals VI plus 80. Didiretso ko na kasi you all got it correctly. VF equals VI plus 80. So, A equals VF minus VI over T. 6. 7 over 6. VF squared. VF squared equals VI squared plus 2AD. VF squared minus VI squared over 2A. 2 times answer. 105. Nakita nyo to? Answer. I use the answer, no? Di ba meron dyan somewhere, answer yung nakalagay? Pwede nyo siya gamitin, no? To avoid rounding off. As much as possible sa physics, ayaw natin nag-round off agad. Okay? Kasi, masakto yung sagot if you don't round off. Di ba? Always remember that, I want you to make that a habit na rin. Pag nagsasagot tayo sa physics, make sure to do not round off agad, no? As much as possible. As much as possible lang naman. But if it can't be avoided, it's fine. So, okay yung 102, yung sagot ni Armea. Okay rin yung sagot ni Sandra na 105. Pero I like yung technique ni Sandra na she uses fractions, no? That's okay as well. Pero sige, let's go back to the solution, no? VF equals VI plus 80. Then VF squared equals VI squared plus 2AD. I think that's the best solution available naman. Okay? Sige, that's good. Ngayon, let's proceed to the last part of our lesson. Today, we are going to examine objects in free fall. Examine tayo ng objects in free fall. Teka lang Objects in free fall. What do I mean by free fall? Last na to for today. At a given location on the Earth and in the absence of air resistance, all objects will fall with the same constant acceleration. Kumbaga, example, look at this apple, no? It accelerates constantly at g equals 9.8 meters per second squared pababa. So, kita mo yung increase niya in velocity, pareho, di ba? Ayan, no? So, acceleration siya ng gravity. Lahat yan, kahit saan yan, acceleration due to gravity equals 9.8. Then, in vacuum naman, ibig sabihin no air at all, you'll see na these objects fall at the same time. Feather and stone. Kapag vacuum, they all fall at the same time. Ayun, always remember that. So yun, at free fall, the kinematic equations still hold. You just need a matter of perspective. What do I mean by that? Let's see in a while. Also, acceleration is always g equals 9.8. Sige, let's examine this. Just look at the board for now. I will change the presentation mode para makita nyo. Okay, a person throws a ball upward into the air with an initial velocity of 15. Calculate how high it goes. Sige, what do I mean? Let's look at the given. Ito, you just need a bit of imagination then. Visualization. Bakit? Let's see, up, down, throw, no? Straight up. VF equals VI plus AT. VF squared equals VI squared plus 2AD. XF equals XI plus VIT plus 1 half AT squared. Okay. At ito, VI equals 0. VI equals 15. A equals positive, negative. Negative. Bakit negative, guys? Kasi, binato mo pataas, pababa yung object. So, parating negative, no? Parating negative. Okay? Sige, let's see, ha? Let's see. Oh. At the highest point, ano kaya yung velocity ng object pag nakarating na sa pinakamataas na point niya? Sige nga guys, hula. Dali, sabihin sa voice chat. Tingin nyo, ano yung velocity ng object kapag nakarating niya sa highest point niya? Tingin nyo. Hula lang. What do you think, guys? Example, binato ko yung cellphone ko pataas. Nakarating na siya sa pinakamataas na point niya. Ano kaya yung velocity ng object doon? Sige nga, before I continue, tara, bilis. What do you think? Diba? Ang velocity of an object at its highest point is 0. It's not given, pero totoo yon. Isipin nyo lang yon. It happens. Diba? Ngayon, I'll use this. This one's the easiest one for me, obviously. VF squared equals VI squared plus 2 times negative 9.8 times D. D equals 0 minus 15 squared over 2 times negative 9.8. We will get something around 11.5 meters. Let's get something around that. No? Sige. Ngayon, I'm gonna give you... O sige guys. Okay, sige. Ito naman, how long is the ball? Next question, look at the PowerPoint na lang. Total time sa air, no? Total time in air. Yan. Same given pa rin, pero how long is the ball in the air before it comes back to the hand? Sige, let's see. Tingnan nyo na yung whiteboard. So, let's see, no? How long does it take for it to go back to your hand? So, obviously, ano lang yung pwede dyan? Ayoko naman ito. Kasi, hindi natin alam yung final velocity pagbalik po sa kamay mo, di ba? Hindi pa natin alam. I would use this. Okay, sige game. XF equals XI plus VIT plus 1 half AT squared. Ano yung final position? 0. Initial position, 0. Kasi it starts from the bottom, ends at the bottom. 15 T plus 1 half AT squared. 1 half times negative 9.8 T squared. Negative 4.9 T squared plus 15T equals 0. solving this quadratic equation, I'll just use factorization. Solving this for 0, t equals 15 over 4.9, di ba? If we get that, that is around 3.06. 3.06 seconds. 3.06 seconds. Sige. Yun, before I continue and move on to our last problem for today, nakuha ba guys? Nakuha? Gets?
Nakuha po.
Okay, sige. Last problem for today, no? I'll give you 5 or 10 minutes to answer this. Sige, let's go. Once you're done, type lang kayo sa group chat, no? Oh guys, in case lang you need some more, yung mga na-solve natin kanina, no? I'll just write it down on the board. I'm just gonna write it down sa board, yung mga nakuha natin kanina. Yung height is, kasi nakuha naman natin, sinolve naman natin, so it's fine. 11.5 meters, max height. Tapos yung time, total time of ball in the air is 3.06 seconds. No? This is 15 over 4.9. Ito naman ay VF squared minus negative 225 over 19.6. Okay guys, sorry. Wait lang. There we go. Ayan. Hello? Ma?
Tapos ka na, di pa?
Hindi pa. Hindi pa.
Hello?
Hindi pa.
Tapos ka na, di pa?
Not yet. Why?
Pababain sana kita eh. Kung tapos ka na, pero hindi
Hindi
pa
pa.
pala.
Hindi pa.
Okay, sige, bye-bye. Pagkatapos mo, baba ka.
Bakit? Ano meron? Wait lang guys ha. Oh, kamusta guys? We're about, malapit tayo mag-time. Go lang. O sige. Last 1 minute. Let's discuss na tayo. Last 2 minutes. Sige, last 2 minutes. Tapos discuss na tayo. Okay, time's up. Sige, let's discuss. Ayun, merong nagta-type. Okay, sige, let's wait. Good job. Heart reacts. Okay, looking at the answers of Armea. Sige, what do you notice, guys? Yung time it takes, ito muna, before we solve. Sige na, solve ko. Sige, hindi ko na solve. Okay, what do we notice? Before I tell you what's wrong. Ay, hindi wrong. What do you notice? Yung time is 1.5 seconds. Diba? 1.53 yan dapat actually. Ano yung nakuha natin time? Last time, it's 3.06 seconds, diba? Take note na it's from here to here. That is 3.06 seconds. So it's logical na from here to here, 1/2 the journey, 1.53 seconds. Pero sige, just for the sake of it, VF equals VI plus AT, T equals VF minus VI over A. Ito makakuha natin. Next! Ano yung final velocity niya? Sige. Okay. Sige. Diba? Meron na tayo nung time kanina. Na to. VF equals VI plus 80. 15 plus negative 9.8 times 3. Bakit? Times 3.1 or 3.06 seconds, you'll get negative 15 also. So as long as you start from the same level and end at the same level, you start at the same level and end at the same level, you start and end at the same initial velocity. Okay, those are the last two concepts for projectile motion, no? Yun. Galing, no? Start at the same, end at the same. So, yan. As long as magka-level, VF equals VI, T1/2 equals T max height. Ngayon, before we end, meron pa bang mga tanong, guys? Gets naman? Nakuha ba? Okay naman? Before we end? Ano guys, meron bang tanong? Gets naman? Yung mga discuss natin? Ano guys? Ano? Gets ba? Before you end?
Yes.
Okay, sige. Good job. Okay. Sige. Ito. This is what I call optional homework. Optional lang to, optional. Answer. Ano lang to, optional to? Answer slide 75 to 77, no? I'm gonna post this mamaya naman sa Google Classroom. Anyway, so tomorrow, we're going to have statistics naman. Sorry, hindi pala tomorrow. Wednesday tayo magkikita ulit, right? Wednesday ulit. MWTHS. Okay, Wednesday, we're going to study statistics naman. Start tayo sa statistics. Tapos Thursday, physics ulit. Tapos Saturday, statistics ulit. Next time na yung chem, sorry. Okay, sige. Yun lang, guys. And sa Wednesday, I hope ma-prepare nyo yung calculator utility. I hope that we get to use lahat tayo, ito yung magamit natin, no? Ito. Sana lahat tayo ito magamit natin. Kaya may emulator ako dyan sa Google Classroom. You can check it out. Okay, sige. Yun lang. Okay, bye-bye. Salamat. Bye-bye.
Kaya ang tanong kung meron sila yan.
Yun. Sige guys. Okay na tayo. Bye-bye. See you on Wednesday. Sige. We can leave na. It's okay. Bye. Nangingis ako sa kanila. Ang galing nila. Hindi, di ba
Sobrang galing nila.